So my name is Dr. Samiti Panil. I am an interventional cardiologist practicing since the last 15 years. We have a center called the Heart Center in Lajpat Nagar, and we are specializing in all forms of interventional cardiology, whether it is coronaries, electrophysiology or pediatric. I have passed out from CMC Vellore, and I got the opportunity of being an assistant professor there for quite a few years. And now I'm working as a senior cardiologist at the Heart Center Lajpat. So heart failure is basically when the heart does not respond to various conditions. It's basically a mismatch between the supply and demand of the heart as far as the LV function is concerned. So when the stress on the heart increases to a level that the contractility of the heart function starts going down is when the patient goes into heart failure. Unfortunately, it has become very common nowadays, even though we have so many advancements in a lot of medical conditions, but still there is a lot of incidence of heart failure increasing by the day in our country, especially in young people. So the patients who are usually at risk of developing heart failure usually are the classical, risk factors as we talk about: uncontrolled hypertension, uncontrolled diabetes, people who have a sedentary lifestyle, bad eating habits like high cholesterol and high salt intake. Patients, one very important risk factor now which has come up is the stress levels we are facing in our day-to-day lives. This has led to an increase in the cytokine levels, because of which the heart failure incidence has gone up very much. Then in females, typically the heart failure can occur post-pregnancy because of different various hormonal imbalances which happen in the body, and they lead to immense cytokine release which cause something called as a postpartum cardiomyopathy. Then heart failure can also be secondary to something called a myocarditis, because of which the heart muscles get infected and the patients then turn into decreased LV function and heart failure. So these are typically the most common causes which we see day to day. And the most commonly seen, apart from all of these causes, is the idiopathic, what we call. That particularly we are not able to find out a typical cause, but the muscles of the heart per se become very weak and the LV function of the patient decreases and they'll end up into heart failure. Yes. So luckily now, with so much of research and advancements in the medical field now, there are a lot of options available now for patients of heart failure. Earlier, unfortunately, heart failure was taken as an end-stage disease in which we could not offer much, to improve their quality of life and improve their LV function. But now we have lots of modalities available. Most important from the medical point of view being RD, which is now available in the market. It is doing very well. In my clinical practice, I have used on 100 number of patients, and they have done phenomenally well as far as improvement in the quality of life is concerned, as well as the improvement of LV function. Apart from this, the daily lifestyle modifications also play a very, very important part, like decrease in liquid intake, decrease in salt intake, decrease in regular amount of exercise, right? Total control of blood pressure, diabetes, and the other risk factors which might cause, and also taking your medications regularly. So there are standard NYHA class guidelines, in which they've included beta blockers, diuretics, aldosterone antagonists as class 1 drugs which have to be taken by these patients. So that is also recommended. But now with the presence of RD in the market, the patients are doing exceptionally well apart from the standard guide 1 indications of medicines. So they should generally be started with 50 mg twice a day, and it has to be uptitrated. And it has been seen that over long term, there is a marked decrease in the quality of life and end stage events like heart failure and recurrent hospitalizations and death, and also a markedly increase in the quality of life. My message to the patients now is that now with the advances in medical science, we have immense number of options available for them, and it has been seen that over the period of time there has been good improvement as far as quality of life is concerned as well as LV function is concerned. So there is nothing to be disheartened, there is nothing to be depressed about this, because now we have immense number of options available for them, and long term they do very well. But of course they have to regularly continue to do their lifestyle modifications, and also whatever drugs have been instructed to them from the doctor should be regularly taken with repeated consultations, and they should do very well. The golden rule is being happy. Apart from a good diet and healthy lifestyle, it is primarily, right? And then keeping, stress levels low, exercising regularly, doing yoga, and of course medication plays its own role. So the whole of it together improves the heart and maintains a good healthy lifestyle, and contains the level of heart failure.